You might be muted there, Al.
Oh, I am. Hello, welcome everybody to round number 6 of the North American Grand Prix Monday night open wheel championship in the Lotus, coming to you live from Montreal this evening. We are just rolled it over to qualifying. The guys are out on their out laps here, and as it is every week, Brad Maris has joined me in the booth. Brad, welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Al. Hey, I love this track. It's got some teeth, Al. It likes to, those walls are pretty close. They like to reach out and grab you. And these guys are going to have to be careful here tonight. I don't know if it's going to happen. I love the track. I don't know how much these guys are going to love it after tonight, but someone will love it. They come home with the win.
A quick look at the track map there. 13 corners, some very famous names here at this track. Especially right there, the Wall of Champions. We're going to jump on board now with series leader Chris Moses as he makes his way into turn 1 here for a quick onboard.
Yeah, coming around turn 1 already, yeah, and then up into actually turn 2 now, and then into 3 and 4. Man, this is where the track can really start to bite you. Taking some chances there over the curbing through 3, and a flat-out blast. This is called turn 5, but it's more or less just flat out. And very difficult, a little bit of a mistake going wide there into 6 for Moses, but that turn 7, coming off of there, the acceleration zone, that is going to be a tricky little mother for these guys tonight, getting through there, and also a difficult turn in here through 8 and 9. Got to get the front end to turn in with plenty of grip, but you got some curbing, got some bumps, hard to get that front end settled, and then down here at the hairpin, Moses takes it a little deep. You can get away with quite a bit of late braking there, but boy, you take it too deep and you're going to go wide, as Chris did. Going to cost you a bunch of time, and that's a flat-out blast up to the Wall of Champions here down Casino Street, right? Pretty late braking here as well, but you want to carry a lot of momentum on entry there. You don't want to take the braking so deep that you kill all your momentum. So yeah, well there you go. One, a sub 119 second, but man, tough little circuit.
Good lap there for Houston. Immediately jumps, setting his personal best, 118.4. Kirkbride immediately to 4th, so these guys really setting some quick times early here. 18.8 for Moses, 18.8 for Parsons. All Parsons, Moses, both carrying a bit of weight tonight as we watch Kevin Kirkbride on track.
I'd like to see Houston up there setting that early mark with that low 18. I think we've had some postulation there, possibly drivers getting into the 17s. We'll see if that happens, but for now, Houston looks pretty good. And Kirkbride, a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, he was up in the first sector, but lost it there on acceleration. Ian Jolicoeur now, last week's winner at Spa. Currently, man, he was up big in the first sector there. And he loses a bit of traction here under throttle. Canola loses some time. He was up in the first sector as well.
That's really going to be the key around here tonight. If you want to make your best time, you have to hit your acceleration while turning. So you have to hold some throttle. And in these cars, when they're coming up on boost, that's a tough task.
Watching Kevin Lemansky now looking pretty quick here in practice. Leading up to tonight. One thing about this track, grip is not as good as a little on the low end here, Brad. What would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we already know the trouble with the rear end grip on acceleration, these things, which is a big deal around here. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The front grip on entry around here is not as good as you would like to have either. Of course, you can solve that by turning up some downforce, but these guys don't really want all that much of that big straight there in back. Makes it hard.
So Lemansky just behind 1/10 at sector 1. Someone having a moment in front of him. Looks like that was Kirkbride. Was right on board with Kevin as to set a time here, currently in 20th, but look for him to improve here. on this
He's
lap.
elected to go with, he's elected to go with second gear. Actually managed that pretty well, but boy, all these drivers, this is going to be critical during the race for these guys. That consistency is going to be very difficult managing that throttle response on acceleration.
Only 2/10 off in the first sector for Lemansky. Pretty nice through the final chicane. Gain or lose a ton of time through that final chicane, and looks like Lemansky lost a bit of time through there, but jumps up to fourth. It's a nice lap from Kevin. Mike Monahan, another driver who was looking pretty racy in the pits right now. He's making his way out. With Canola, Lemansky's teammate, about to start a flyer here.
Yeah, Tiago there, inside the top 10 in those official practice times. Has a hand on the outside of him, don't know if he sees him. So it's again one of those tracks that it drives a little bigger than the actual times would represent, though. Having driven around here for a few recon laps, actually the track does go by pretty quickly in these things. A lot of power, a lot of speed.
Kirkbride. Ooh, again, a little wobble on the throttle. Canola up in the first sector. Kirkbride was even there, behind in sector 2, but might have lost a little bit of time there. You can really gain. There's most of these chicanes here, you haven't driven this track a bunch in both in the GT cars. You can really make use of the curbing around some of these chicanes. As Canola, you really want to use as much of the chicane as you can. Ooh, Canola grabbing a little bit of lawn work, and he lost a couple tenths there in the final sector, but only 0.08 of a second off of John Houston's time. Meanwhile, Jolicoeur, last week's winner, carrying 20 kilograms, jumps up to third. Paris is now up big. 4/10 up in sector 2. See how that weight's going to play a factor here into the final chicane.
Of all the guys carrying weight, Aaron Parsons was looking the best of all those guys.
And wow, to second. 0.08 off of his teammate. Man, 0.083 for Parsons, 0.089 for Canola. Very, very close. Canola up again in sector 1.
Yeah, they're closing in fast on that Houston time. He's going to have to respond here, or he is going to get left behind, I think, as most of these drivers, most of these drivers putting in 2 time laps on the qualifying tires, so I guess they're holding up pretty well for him.
Oh, Canola dives into the pits. Must have perhaps made a mistake somewhere that we didn't catch in that third sector. Looking good. Houston up again.
So tough to get some of these corners right in that hairpin. Always so daunting, especially if you're on a good lap. That doesn't look too bad. Another driver in second. Oh, he did. The performance delta give up a little bit of time, but not too far off. I think he has a chance to improve here. Oh, now the pressure really ramps up. Gotta hit this one right. Gotta hit it right. Gotta hit it right.
There's a lot of that inside
pretty
curve.
good.
Yep. Should be a good time here for Houston. And yeah, he improves to an 18 flat. Going there for John Houston. Check and see if he's scored a pole at all in his open wheel career, Brad. Ooh, as Jolicoeur having a moment. Yeah, looking a little off the pace, Brad, is Adamson. Been lights out the last 2 races in qualifying, but it's like he's having a hard time adjusting to the weight as he's carrying 30 kilograms tonight, and currently in 6th, 1.1 second off the divisional pole.
Yeah, I took a look through some of the times, and all the guys, like I say, with weight, with the exception of Parsons, did look off. So I think the weight is having a bit more of a role here than it has through the first 4 rounds of the season.
Adamson's a little behind there in the first sector. That's a little bit more time there in sector 2.
That could have been worse. Pretty shaky at the hairpin. Whoa, that's fast going. That's fast in. Oh, wow.
First victim that we've seen so far into the Wall of Champions. Meanwhile, Lemansky up in both Sector 1 and Sector 2.
There it is. Pressure's on. Can he get it right?
This is great. Some new names here popping up at the top of the timesheets.
Oh, he's wet. Oh, he's up big. He's up huge. On his time.
And losing a bit there in the final chicane, but improves to 3rd. Just by looking at it, Brad, it looks like he's got to get a little more aggressive there going into that final chicane. He seems a little tentative.
Yeah, agreed. Again, a big part of that chicane is entry speed. So you actually want to carry a bunch of speed on the entry, not take the braking too late. But obviously the speed was a little too firm there for Lemansky.
Ride on a flyer here. 12.5 minutes to go in this session.
Good through the first sector. Of course, the part of the second sector includes the hairpin, so ordinarily a timing split would end before that, but yeah, well, it didn't hurt him too badly. I think actually he got a nice exit there. So still looking pretty good if you're Kirkbride.
Yep. And how he gets through this final chicane. Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, these guys really going for it.
Well, they really are, but 12 minutes left to go. You aren't going to get too many more attempts here, so you definitely, a little bit more conservative there, and you're 4th or 5th there on the grid instead of 8th at the moment, so.
Taylor currently in 11th. This is going to be a pretty good lap for Taylor. Should jump him way up in the qualifying. It does. Up to 5th. So looking at previous results, in fact, Houston has scored a pole once. He's got 1 pole here on Monday night. So it's been a couple seasons, I believe. Has 1 victory under his belt. But at the moment, it is teammates Houston and Parsons, 1 and 2.
Yeah, well done for that team, and boy, if they can hold this position, that would be desperately needed positions here to start the race. They are in need of some points here before that PMR squad really starts to drive away into the distance.
Seeing green in the first sector for a few of these guys. Joe LaCour, Canola was green in sector 2. Joe LaCour drops a couple tenths. See how Canola is. Canola's even through the first 2 sectors. Lemansky dealing with a little bit of traffic. Joe LaCour, big slide, exiting the miracle if he can improve. Oh my God, he does. Up to 5th. Canola. Canola lost a bunch of time. Lemansky bagged it.
Some of these drivers at times are actually relatively tight. Mike Monahan holding down that 10th spot. Good to see. Curtis Chandler looking pretty racy there in the week of practice, but only 14th on the grid at the moment.
No improvement for Houston. Yeah, about a second separating the top. Let's see. 8. Parsons in second. Let's run down the order as we just clicked under 10 minutes ago in this session. Lemansky up to third. Canola running in fourth. Joe LaCour in fifth. Chris Moses back in sixth, carrying the most amount of weight, I believe, tonight, 45 kilograms. Taylor, his teammate, carrying 30. He is in seventh. Adamson with 30 in eighth. Kevin Kirkbride with no weight, having a moment in turn one, is back in ninth. A little surprised to see these guys so far off the pace. Mike Monahan in 10th. Greg Myers in 11th. John Watson running in 12th. Jake Feemster running in 13th. Curtis Chandler back in 14th. He's looking pretty good in practice. Peter Burke in 15th. Ryan Robbins in 16th. Dale Ballweg in 17th. David Zahn making his debut here tonight, I believe next week. Currently in 18th. Tom Trasko in 19th. Chuck Carter in the 20th position. Ryan Story in 21st. And Joel Hickman in the 22nd position. Oh, Kevin Miller tonight, Brad. What's going on there?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
A couple guys out tonight. Rally, Mascarelli, and Miller. Let's see, Rolf. It's usually a late comer into the session, so you may see him pop in before this session's over. But Moses was up in the first sector, so we ride along with him.
Yeah, those teammates, Adamson and Kirkbride, we have seen them up big through the first two sectors. Both have blown it there in the last sector, but once again, now 7.5 minutes remaining in this session, so
looking like a pretty good lap for Moses.
Whoa! Oh!
That was an ugly finish to that lap.
Almost got it right.
Almost,
That was close.
Joe LaCour. Whoa, Joe LaCour. Man, he's really been struggling exiting the hairpin. See how Canola does through this final chicane. Looking pretty good there. Ooh, the second. Yeah, he nailed that final chicane. He's behind in the second sector, but jumps up to second, splitting the T-Brock Dam Bam team of Houston and Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons may be able to improve and reclaim that spot, but I tell you, I think that's a pretty good Aaron Parsons time considering the type of weight that he's carrying in this event. Addison, Kirkbride still 9th and 10th, losing spots here, running out of time.
Chandler just sets his personal best. Up to 14th. Here's Sam Rolfe.
There we go.
His must have been ringing.
Well, shoot, he's in here early. He might even get a qualifying lap in.
Yep. Joe LaCour up in the first sector. Nice exit out of the hairpin. Even through the second sector. Really nice through that final chicane.
That looked nice.
His home track, we should add. And up to third, so dropping Parsons down to fourth, but Parsons is looking very quick here in the first two sectors.
Oh, he's in line for some improvement now.
Getting a nice toe off the car ahead. Ooh, up to second.
Wow.
By a 10th. Now Moses is up.
That time's staggering by Parsons.
bit different than what we've seen the last two races where the pole sitter has been up. As Adamson set the pole by over a second, both last two races. Very tight here tonight. As Moses does not, well, he actually does improve on his time, but I do not think he picked up any positions.
No. So PMR 6th and 7th. Moses and Matt Taylor at the moment. Puts them a bit behind the 8 ball. Adamson finally back up again, coming off the hairpin now. Now, if you're Adamson, you just have to take a little bit off here coming through the last chicane. You got to make sure you get one lap in. Just way deep, but
yeah, a little too deep going in, but stayed off the wall.
Better than it has been.
Picks up a spot to 8th. Just keep in mind, Adamson's in terms of championship, he's currently in 2nd.
Yeah.
It's a big qual. Ooh, as Lemansky's up big time in the first sector, 4/10. He's been really quick in the first two sectors, but just hasn't been able to nail that final.
Yeah, maybe he's got some extra downforce strapped to that machine, and it's holding them back in that 3rd sector, perhaps. Oh, a big. This could be a challenge.
Great to see Lemansky throw this on pole.
Oh no!
A little. Oh,
Oh no!
Tough pill to swallow right there for Lemansky. He's still got time. He's still got time to do one more. As Joe LaCour now is up. These guys just trading fast sectors. Man, that was a great first two sectors from Lemansky. Chicane there for Joe LaCour.
Yeah, he will improve.
Yep, to 3rd. Helping Canola down a spot. Larson's on an out lap. So Lemansky's back on track for one more blast at it. Adamson in the pits. Kirkbride starting a flyer as we speak.
See Houston up in the 1st sector. Man, he has really nailed, obviously, the chicane. So I don't know if he's going to be able to repeat that success.
Yep, Houston up in sector 2. Checking with Kirkbride here. He is behind a 10th in the 1st sector. As Houston makes his way through the final chicane. Can he dip into the 17s here? A little iffy through that final chicane. And he does not. Canola up in the 1st sector. And this is great. Great qualifying sessions so far. Under a minute to go here.
Didn't give up. Didn't give up too much there in the 2nd sector. We know he's good through the chicane. Oh, that's tasty, Al.
Bride coming to the line. See if he can pick up some spots. And he does not. And Lemansky again up with traffic ahead of him. Ooh. Not going to be able to get it done.
Wow, showing great pace.
Yeah, really good. Rolled up on Ekman there. And just unable to keep it together there through that 2nd chicane. As everybody else now diving into the pits. Joe LaCour, I believe, is on a flyer. Oh, time is up. Joe LaCour behind the 10th in the 1st sector. Yeah, I think
Joe LaCour's on track, but he threw it off.
Kirkbride
out there.
Kirkbride's looking pretty good. Only a 10th off in the second split, so he's still live here. Joe LaCour loses a bunch of time in that moment there for Kirkbride coming through the chicane, so he backs out of it. Joe LaCour, he's going to park it as well. Peter Burke back in 15th, looking to pick up some time. Carrying a little bit too much speed into the hairpin.
So Peter Burke with some pretty good practice times there, but I guess maybe those are low fuel laps prior to this session, so maybe it wasn't representative of best pace.
Burke's going to be able to improve here. He's going to be the last person across the line, and he does. No improvement on his time, so John Houston with his first pole position of the season. Canola second. Very impressive run by those guys. I didn't see Canola squeak in there. He must have snuck in there late. Well, actually, no, we did see it, actually. Yeah. So just a little over a tenth off of John Houston's provisional pole time. So very, very impressive run there from John Houston. Parsons third, and man, very close. Second went through 10. 1 second off the pace, so that's great to see here on tonight here in Montreal. I gotta actually give a lot of credit there to Aaron Parsons, who did something. He's been sharing his race setups with the rest of the field, trying to help them get up to speed starting last week, and it certainly looks like it is helping some of these guys for sure. I know it helped Joe LaCour, and he ended up winning the race. He actually used Parsons' setup with a couple minor tweaks, and it paid off for him. So Lemansky looking really quick. He commented how that helped, and it's good to see.
Yeah, no question about it. Look, they're extremely difficult machines to kind of wrap one's head around and kind of be able to stay on top of. Yeah, boy, that John Houston time was set there relatively early in that session, about halfway through. And sure, he had to sweat bullets there for about 12 minutes. Nobody quite able to get to him. But you're absolutely right that Tiago Canola and Aaron Parsons made it very close. And that Aaron Parsons time there with those 35 extra kilograms of ballast stuck somewhere to that machine, that had to have slowed him down some. But nonetheless, very good time for him. So very interesting qualifying session. PMR's Chris Moses and Matt Taylor, they do no better than 6th and 7th. Those are your championship leaders in the team classification, so they've got some work to do. But boy, that Adamson and Kirkbride duo, those teammates there starting 8th and 10th, so it's a bit back for them as well, Al.
Yeah, a little shocking to see them back there, but well, we got some time here. Let's take a quick look at the standings here tonight and bring up our new spotter guide here, courtesy of Andrew Adamson. Hopefully you guys can read it, and a nice little graphic he put together for us, try and spice things up here on Monday nights. But in terms of the Drivers' Championship here on Monday night, this is round 6 of 12, so Chris Moses is in the lead with 101 points. Adamson in second with 92. Just a point behind him is Aaron Parsons with 91. Matt Taylor in fourth with 89. And John Houston, after pole tonight, he is now up to 68 championship points. In the team classification, Precision Motor Racing leading with 190 points. Second place is T-Brock Danban with 158. That's Aaron Parsons and John Houston. Moses and Taylor, part of PMR. Rowdy Burns Racing Team in third. Adamson and Kirkbride, they have 139 points. KT Racing in fourth. Tiago Canola and Kevin Lemansky with 62. And the Taxi Service in fifth with 56 points. That's Greg Myers and Sam Rolfe.
Yeah, it was a bit of a disappointment last week for that Rowdy Burns racing team, Adamson and Kirkbride, coming away with only 19 points in that event. So that put the kibosh on their very high standing. Of course, still running third, but giving up a few points there to PMR and T-Brock Dam Bam. But boy, that T-Brock Dam Bam squad, this is what these guys need here over PMR. John Houston and Aaron Parsons got a great shot to solidify some points, claw back that PMR lead.
So some reference, last raced here on October 26th of 2015 in the Abarth. Pole time was set by Ian Jolicoeur with a 1:37.8. Going considerably faster here tonight. Race result, Jolicoeur won that race, his home race. Won it. Preto. Andres Preto raced in that one, finished second. And Chris Moses took the last step on the podium. So, lap record has changed for sure. But yeah, so Brad, let's run down the starting order for tonight's race.
Yes, let's do it. And do you still have your graphic up?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. So, yeah, starting from pole, his first pole of the season. It's going to be John Houston, followed by Tiago Canola in second. Nice run for him. And third is going to be Aaron Parsons. Ian Jolicoeur is going to start in fourth, while Kevin Lemansky is going to take the fifth starting position.
That'll lead to Chris Moses in sixth. Matt Taylor is going to take seventh. Andrew Adamson slots eighth. Jake Feemster takes ninth. Kevin Kirkbride's in 10th.
Yeah, nice lap for Jake. Mike Monahan's going to start in 11th. Greg Myers in 12th. John Wathen's going to start in 13th. Curtis Chandler in 14th. Peter Burke's going to start in 15th.
Ryan Robbins takes 16th. Chuck Carter's in 17th. David Zahn is in 18th. Dale Ballwig starts 19th. Tom Traskell in 20th. Brian Story 21st. Joel Ekman in 22nd. Sam Rolfe 23rd. Kevin Miller's going to take 24th. They had a few extra slot in there, Al.
Yep, Kevin Miller showing up late. I wonder, did he have a no call? I don't know if he had a penalty or not, but showing up late to the party, but nice to have him in here. So with about 15 seconds to go here, Brad, any quick predictions?
Expect the unexpected, but I like John Houston if he can survive Tiago Canola early.
Green flag here for Montreal. Great start from Canola. Ooh, got a little bobble. Oh, and Jolicoeur gets into the back of Parsons, who takes out his teammate into one. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Oh. Wow, big mess there at the start, as it looks like Houston got into the side of Jolicoeur. Man, ugly start to this one. Moses has now taken over the lead. Canola up to second. But Parsons, Houston, and Jolicoeur, big damage to start this one. Kevin Lemansky up to third. Teammates Lemansky and Canola running second and third. Taylor now up to fourth. Ugly start to this one, Brad. Didn't see that one coming at all.
Yeah, well, it's a big boost now if you're PMR. I mean, Moses out there in front, wow.
Feemster works his way up to 6. Adamson with a great start up to 5th. Lemansky has just taken over. He's gotten around his teammate now, running up to 2nd. So we know Lemansky's got pace. Now it's on him to chase down Chris Moses, carrying all that weight. And in the lead of this one, on the softs, top 3.
Right. Aaron Parsons is limping around here on the backstretch. He's not going to get that back to the pits before the leaders catch him back up.
Yeah, he's got some significant damage to that thing. You can see he can't even keep the wheel straight, so significant damage. to Parsons. Tough break for him.
Yeah, again, it's the leaders coming through here that I'm concerned about.
Houston with some serious damage to his car. Joe LaCour behind him in 8th. He's got some problems as well. Wathen now up to 9th. Ryan Robbins with a great start up to 10th. So Dale Ballweg out, so might have had some more problems a little further back. Traskell up to 12th. Myers and Peter Burke in the pit lane for service. Yeah, you see these guys coming up on lap traffic already. I think that's Curtis Chandler with damage. Parsons makes it into the pit lane. Lemansky now, a gap is it's 7/10 separating Lemansky and Moses.
Well, this is a high drama here now. If you're Lemansky, he obviously is going to have a lot of pace. Can he control that pace? Can he control the nerves here as he tries to hunt down the leader, Chris Moses? I think he is going to be faster than him with all that Moses weight.
Yeah, he's already.
But is he going to have the patience?
Yeah, he's picking up, already gapping his teammate here. Canola 2.5 off of the leader, while Lemansky is sitting tight here with Moses, not letting him slip away. Feebster, Houston. These guys still duking it out pretty closely. Adamson with a great start here, running up in the 5th position. Looks like Kirkbride fell victim to some trouble. He is exiting the pit lane, so another tough night here for Kirkbride, unfortunately. Adamson closing up on Taylor for 4th, so 46 laps tonight. Any word on strategy? Might see some guys clearly running a 2-stop strategy, but not sure if the softs can make it on a 1-stop. I don't think tire wear should be much of an issue. You might see some guys run for a 1-stop strategy, especially after last week. That spot.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to wait. I think we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, the qualifying tire did make a 2-time lap, so that could give us a bit of an indication, but unfortunately, sorry to say, and my apologies for not doing any advanced research on that, but, well, you know, sometimes we only have so much time, and I was a little lacking.
So Moses with a little bit of a moment through that chicane there, losing a bit of time to Lemansky, who is now just 5/10 off of the leader here. These guys quickly starting to check away from, pull away, I should say, from Canola back in 3rd. Canola's starting to come under some heat from Matt Taylor, Adamson. These guys running closely, 3, 4, and 5. Houston with damage and all, still holding on to that 6th position. Has gotten around, both Houston and Joe LaCour have gotten around Jake Feebster. Feebster has dropped down to 8th. Wathen running in the 9th position. Kevin Miller, who started from the back, is all the way up to 10th after 4 laps, Brett.
Yeah, remarkable. I mean, it's great. Unfortunately, it's because there's been so many drivers in front of them that have run into problems, but that's the nature of this track. It is unforgiving.
Chuck Carter hunting down Ryan Robbins there, up in 11th. Monahan behind them in 13th. Brian Story showing some signs of... Oh, as Chuck Carter gets with an incident here. Who did he get involved with? Well, we just caught the end of that. That might be terminal, Brad. Wow.
Well, it's one of those races where it's early enough. Almost any type of damage you have, if you can get back, it's a good idea, because anybody really could go out of this event at any time.
Well, we talked about the attrition rate here before we started the broadcast, and you suspected we might see quite a bit of it. And not looking good here early for these guys. Chuck Carter done for the night.
Yeah, I mean, on some other type of tracks, like Parsons, with the amount of damage he had, frankly, he might have given it up. But nature of this track, anybody can go at it any time.
Which is Sam Rolfe now trying to make his way around Tom Traskell. A little up and under move. So I guess these two run side by side into the chicane. Might be advantage Rolfe here, yep. So Rolfe takes that position, moves up a spot. Traskell looking to counter here, but he might have to give that spot up. Looking on the inside of Rolfe now into one. Ooh, a little contact there between Rolfe and Traskell. And it is advantage Sam Rolfe. Man, that car Traskell has seen better days. Ryan Story looking to get around Ryan Robbins. Lemansky now with a moment as his teammate now gets around him. So Lemansky, looks like he had a little moment there at the chicane that allowed Canola to get past. So a little bit of breathing room here for Moses, who is leading this race. Looking at lap times here, Chris Moses personal best 22.5. Canola has dipped into the 21s. So he has got some pace here, Brad. He's starting to pull away from his teammate.
Yeah, sorry. Some more timing and scoring issues here, but yeah, how'd those positions get swapped?
Yeah, it looks like Lemansky had a bit of a bobble there at the chicane.
Yeah, well, you know, I was a little worried that he might be the first to make a mistake. Out of he and Moses, I mean, let's face it, Moses is pretty around a while. He pretty consistent. So, but nonetheless, still, I was very impressed with Lemansky and how he was able to hold in there.
Watch it. Ooh, Wathen keeps it together. But he's putting the pressure on Jake Feemster here for the 7th position. Canola is really flying at the moment. He is already up over a second on his teammate and looking to chase down Chris Moses here. That gap is starting to drop. He was pretty close to Taylor and Adamson, and he is starting to check out as Taylor and Adamson starting to fade a little bit here.
Yeah, right now holds the best. Yeah, sorry, Al. Canola holds the best lap in the race at the moment by like over 0.7 of a second. So I don't know if that was turbo aided or what, but nonetheless, you're absolutely right. He is on the march. He's looking at, you know, he's looking good, but he wasn't looking like a world beater here. But looks like he's settled in, got in a good rhythm, and put the pedal down.
So look for these guys to come in around lap. Well, for those on a two-stop strategy, lap 15 or 16. That gap starting to quickly wind down here. It's now, was 2 seconds, now 1.2 going into the final chicane. Go further back here. Good battle here between Rolfe, Ryan Story, and Ryan Robbins. Close there between Rolfe and Story. Again with best lap of the race as Story looks on the... Oh! Mike Monahan is having some serious issues with his connection. And it looks like he's just disconnected. I might have to jump in here, Brad.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Can you? Yeah.
Unless you want to go ahead and give him the boot now.
Just keep an eye on him if you can.
Yeah.
So Rolfe in the pits. I think Rolfe got smashed by Monahan was lagging a bit there. Yep, so Wolf's done.
Yeah, you better get him out of there, Al. Ooh, Myers spins. Yeah, bad luck there for Matt Monahan, but there's it's just too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to drop down real quick and let him know. Just so he's wondering what the heck just happened. So, okay, back to the racing here. So we got a little cleanup. Sorry about that, Mikey, but it's just causing some mayhem out there. So, Chris Moses now really coming under pressure here from Canola. This is for the lead of the race. Canola has squashed a 2.5 second gap Moses had over him within the last few laps, setting fast laps of the race. Personal best 21.7 so far, but certainly the quickest guy on track at the moment. But what a battle here, as Watson has now closed up and Canola is, it's interesting the way these guys are running. Canola, Lemansky's starting to close up on his teammate now, but Watson and Feemster, these guys have been going at it for a number of laps here. Jockeying for position, Kevin Miller not far off of this duel, and Joe LaCour in 10th has caught up to these guys, so 4 cars running nose to tail here.
Very strange. Cal Canola really let off before the hairpin, letting his teammate back through. I mean, came to a stop, more or less, and let his teammate back through. So look at that.
Yeah, that's a little unusual. I don't know what the heck's going on there, Brad. Canola now down 5 seconds. He wonder if he's having some technical troubles again with his wheel. He was struggling last week.
Boy.
That would be a shame, but looks like he's going pretty good right now. Oh, these guys making their way through a bevy of traffic. Watson has gotten around Jake Feemster, Joe LaCour, Miller. I thought I heard some tires squealing. Miller has turned it around. So now Watson all alone in the 7th position. Joe LaCour now has gotten past Jake. So Jake now drops to 10th. Kevin Miller having some problems here. Well, Traxel, Kirkbride has pitted and has rejoined. He is in 12th, still on the lead lap here, but had to come in for service early. Damage is going to make his way around Todd Traskell. Right on board. This is for position as Kirkbride makes his way past Traskell here. So Kirkbride moves up to 11th. We talked about Adamson too much, but he's gotten around Matt Taylor, now running in the 4th position. Not looking all that great in qualifying. Qualified in 8th, but has made his way around. He's made his way around Taylor. Watson now up to 6th. It looks like Houston now in the pit, so Houston coming in a little early here, Brad. Kirkbride out. So, another casualty here at Montreal. As now Jolicoeur has closed the gap up on John Watson, starting to put some pressure on Lemansky. Slowly creeping up on Chris Moses there in the first positions. Yeah, Watson had a little bit of a moment there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that, but oh yeah, he's got some rear end damage there to that rear wing.
Yeah, it was a relatively minor tap with the wall, but it was enough to do a little damage, and of course let Ian Court past for that 6th spot.
So Lemansky now sets his personal best 21.8. So he taking a look at the gaps here. 21.8 for Lemansky. A couple tenths quicker than Moses. 22 flat. Personal best for Moses. Tiago Canola up to a 21.3. So, as it looks like that was Houston who has turned it around, Brad. In the chicane, right in front of second place Lemansky. So the wheels have come off for the pole sitter here. And just came in for service to get repaired, and he's got some more front end damage.
Yeah, disastrous night for T-Brock Dam Bam. They had it all in the palm of their hands there. I don't know what happened on that start for sure, but it didn't help them out. Back on the form. What a crazy race.
Yeah. Looking at Aaron Parsons here, started in 3rd, got taken out going into turn 1, got into his teammate, big incident, back 2 laps down after repairs. So working lap 14, just started working lap 15, I should say. Canola making his way past, I believe that's my story. But look for these guys to start diving into the pit lane this time by Adamson in the pits now. So he is in for service. Taylor takes over the 4th position. See what Jolicoeur likes to do here. He's going to keep it on track. So going back to the start there, I think the tough launch Canola had getting away caused Parsons to check up a little bit, and that's when the incident happened between Jolicoeur and Parsons.
It's a really difficult part of the track. It's so narrow there. Of course, bunched up on the start, and the nature of these cars, and a lot of grip on offer, so pretty unfortunate. But right there at the front end of the field, really caused a lot of problems.
Moses is going to stay out. See what Lemansky does. He stays out as well, as does his teammate Canola. Canola back on form here now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Feemster's has got past. All right, go ahead.
It's got to be like an overheating issue or something with this wheel. It goes out after a while and then comes back and goes away.
Parsons sets fast lap of the race with a 120, 2 laps down. He's going for it. So Parsons, no doubt, running in 15th now. Depending how things go up ahead of him, he can pick up. He's got to salvage as many points as he can. So Taylor into the pits. Adamson, after his pit stop, has rejoined in 7th, right ahead of Jake Feemster. Feemster has yet to pit. These guys going to have to make it to 23 if they're going to do a 1 stop.
Yeah, boy, not a laps for these guys yet to run, so the nature of this race is really going to become, I think from this point on, what a survival
Moses in the pits. Lemansky stays out. Canola comes in. Moses, I think Canola might pick up some time here on Moses. Moses had to check up for a car in front of him going into the pit lane, so wasn't able to get in there as quick as he would have liked. So this may help Lemansky and Canola here after this pit cycle.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation for Lemansky and Canola, really, because they both have similar speed. It seems like kind of. Canola has shown better pace, but I don't know if they have any team orders, how they're going to approach, which one of them is going to try for the lead here.
Canola away, Moses is away, so it looks like Moses, wow, he picked up some time on Tiago. Pretty slow stop there for Tiago. Comes out just ahead of Ian Jolicoeur. Looks like Jolicoeur is on a one-stop strategy yet again. Look for Canola to start to pull away here from Jolicoeur. Once his tires get up to temp.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long now. Jolicoeur again on the mediums. And Waffen there in fifth as well. Get the stop. It's going to push the advantage. Yeah, Canola losing about 4 seconds out to Moses there on that pit stop, so you're absolutely right. Something happened. Went wonky there for Canola. You might be muted, I'm not sure.
Lemansky is away. Moses going to take over the lead. Oh yeah, he's picked up a bunch of time. It looks pretty similar. 3.5 seconds roughly is what it was. Canola's lost that spot to Jolicoeur. It's got to be frustrating for Canola.
Yeah, you have to figure that he will have better pace, but Ian Jolicoeur may be a tough pass. He's sticking out another, 6 laps here or so behind Ian. If he doesn't make the pass.
So Jolicoeur was going to let him pass, but
yeah, he was certainly cheating over the right side, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. But nonetheless, great run so far for these guys, Kevin and Tiago. A little further back.
Sam, pretty.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was pretty impressed there with Waffen holding down fifth. He has yet to make that stop as well on the one stopper, but nonetheless, it's a nice move up for John Waffen.
Yeah, it's pretty clear at this point that Jolicoeur is going to stick to that one-stop strategy. Jolicoeur looking pretty racy here, Brad. His last lap was a 22.5. Mansky 24.2 on his last time by. Canola 22.5. Pretty similar times.
He made a mistake there. Yeah, I was. Yeah, Ian, one of those guys. He's kind of like a greyhound. If you put a rabbit in front of him, he's gonna chase him. I mean, he doesn't. You turn Ian on or off. There's like no in between.
So much for letting Canola by. So Ian Jolicoeur is going to maintain that spot. Canola gets a good run out of here, out of the hairpin. Might have the legs down the straight.
Yeah, it was pretty. It wasn't an aggressive block, but he certainly did a lot to try to hold on to that position. Did he? Looks like he might be holding Canola up a little bit at this point.
I think so. So Meanwhile, out front, Chris Moses maintaining a 3.5 second lead over Lemansky. That the gap has not changed. So Moses and Canola pitted on lap 15, I believe, Brad. Lemansky on lap 16. These guys are going to have to make one more stop. Joe LaCour has yet to pit. He's running in third. Wathen, like you said, he has also yet to pit, running in the 5th position. Jake Feemster, I don't believe has pitted either. Feemster does not look like he's pitted, Brad. Adamson done. Not sure what happened, but he is out. So our second place championship driver in the championship has just DNF'd here, Brad.
Yeah, that hurts. And, you know, those guys never did quite seem to get up the pace over the week of practice, right? I mean, and we saw it. We kept expecting them to hit that qualifying lap and to start showing some signs of life. It just never quite happened.
Back here, Story and Traskell. This guy's lap down. Houston back. He is last car on the lead lap, currently running in 9th. Kevin Miller. I'll tell you what, after starting from the back, he's had a moment or two. He's currently in 8th. As it looks like it might be David Zahn, yeah, facing the opposite direction. Expect Joe LaCour to come in here within the next lap or two. I'm guessing around lap 23, the halfway point. As should Wathen and Feemster.
Well, what can you say except Joe LaCour looks like he's in another great spot. I mean, if he can hold this pace and keep it on track, I mean, he's going to win. I mean, if you look at the math, it's all over but the crying. It's really up to these guys. I don't, Moses, Lemansky, or Canola to really start laying down some laps here. If they want to start getting into that lead, they should be experienced enough to see what's shaping up here.
No, let's not forget, Joe LaCour running with damage here, was involved in that first corner incident, and really running some good times here despite the problems he's had. Meanwhile, Canola has drifted off the pace here, now back 8 seconds from the leader, so having a tough second stint here. So gaps are pretty wide here. Parsons has picked up a spot after Adamson's departure from the race. Parsons now up to 14th. Peter Burke running in 15th. Chandler just needs to keep going here if he wants to finish in the points. He's taken points in every race of this season so far, Brad.
Yeah, I guess he'll need help from one driver in front. Running. Oh yeah, okay, 16th, right. He'll take over that spot. Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I was thinking Curtis Chandler might have a top 10 in him tonight, looking at some of the practice times, but didn't seem to materialize for him. Of course, got into a bit of a melee there. Yeah, interesting. It was slow on that start. I wonder if he did not take a bit too much fuel on accident or something. That could be hurting his pace here this second stint as well. I wonder if there's a little bit of that going on.
Yeah, Lemansky seems like he's a little bit off the pace here. 23.1, 22.7 compared to Joe LaCour's pretty consistent in the 22s, low 22s.
Yeah, we've seen over the course of this season that fuel load, just how critical it is for lap pace around here. Just lap after lap, these guys will get faster as that fuel load drops. And so even taking, an extra 10 liters can really hurt you there for laps early in the stint.
So we've reached the halfway point of this race. Look for Joe LaCour to come in for service here on the mediums. Wathen as well running the mediums. Feebster on the soft, so he may have pitted already. So Joe LaCour, dives into the pits, carrying a ton of speed.
His stop will be a little slower, of course. He's going to have to take some extra fuel, and that will hurt his lap pace coming out on track. And the medium speed, of course. I gotta like Ian again here for this one stop, Al.
As Wathen comes into the pits, hot.
Oh no.
So did he go? Yeah, he overshot his pit. Or was he turned around? There he goes. He's in there. Okay, so disaster pit stop for John Wathen. Okay, so that changes the game here a little bit as Joe LaCour is pulling out of the pit lane and looking to come out. Oh wow, carrying a lot of speed on exit. The lap car ahead of him. That is Tom Traskell. Traskell lets him pass. So Joe LaCour. Oh, a little lawn mowing there. But he rejoins in fifth, 50 seconds off the leader.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. That is more than I would have expected, that's for sure. So it was, 6 seconds down to Moses, something like that?
Ooh, as Feemster coming out of the pits throws it partially off. Wathen rejoins in eighth. Wathen has leader Chris Moses right behind him. Moses still has to make another stop. So that should give Wathen his lap back as Moses slices his way through some traffic here. Looks like Mansky may be starting to chip away here at that lead Moses has. He's doesn't have Ian all over his tail, so he can focus on trying to chase down Chris Moses now. Mansky running in second. His teammate Canola has fallen off the pace a bit, running in eighth.
Yeah, he has fallen off the pace.
Sorry, go ahead, Brent.
He is falling off the pace with John Canola, but both those teammates' times are starting now to drop once again. Mansky and Canola, so they're coming back in.
Moses' teammate Matt Taylor running in fourth. So LaCour has given up a little bit of time since coming out of the pits. He's 52 seconds off the leader. Keep in mind he is on the medium, so he's not going to have the pace as the guys on the softs right now. But he will get quicker. John Houston and Kevin Miller. This is 4-6, so these guys running nose to tail here. On board with Houston as he tries to make his way around Kevin Miller. It seems like every race these two are going at it, man.
Yeah, well, Kevin Miller's car looking a bit more undamaged versus the John Houston machine, but the pass.
Houston does get the pass made on Miller. Oh, I think Houston might have been on the wrong gear there. Coming out of the chicane, so these guys are going to be side by side again, going into one.
Pretty defensive line there for John Houston, taking a lot of that inside curbing, but really wants to grab these 6 place points if he can. What a night that could otherwise have been for our pole sitter. Boy, how the nature of the race really changed there in that opening couple corners.
Yeah, it certainly changed the whole dynamic of this one. Brock Dam Bam John Houston, who's currently at 6, and Parsons.
Mansky throws it off.
Oh, he has thrown it off, and he's got it gathered back together here. He'll hang on to that third spot, but his teammate Canola has made his way past, so Canola now resumes, or takes over that second position there from his teammate. So, our leader, Chris Moses, has been running not the quickest car on track, but certainly the cleanest driver out there. Hasn't been making any mistakes, looking pretty clean. He's keeping it together while the guys around him are just handing it to him in on a platter, it seems.
Yeah, Moses just turned his best lap, 21.8, and I think, honestly, that could have been just out of boredom. Because you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a real veteran move here if you're Chris Moses. He started back there in 6th position, was kind of gifted the lead there to start with the melee that we had, and he's been doing everything you would expect of a veteran. He's staring at another, whatever it is, 20 kilograms right in the face, but right now he doesn't care. He's going to take the points. This is our championship leader. Look at the pad, the stats.
These guys still have a few more laps to go here before they come in for service. Around lap 30 and 31 for these guys. So Canola is going to have to improve on his last pit stop. He's going to have to try and make as he tries to make his way around. Watson, a bit of a moment there, but Canola going to have a better stop here. He lost a bunch of time on Moses the last time by. Last time these guys came in for on their pit stops.
Yeah, 4 seconds. That ain't no joke. So I don't know what happened there. It isn't long enough to be the pit stop bug, but whatever it was, it's not helping them out.
Yeah, I'm still scratching my head a little bit by Canola's first stint. Early in the first stint, his pace started off slow, and then was shot out of a cannon, and then fell off the pace again. So a little strange there. But I'm not, like you said, it could be turbo induced or not. But let's see how much he's got left in the tank in terms of turbo. As he's under 8 seconds off of Chris Moses, and he's going to stop coming up here. So depending on his engine health and whatnot, he could make a run here towards the end. But again, Joe LaCour, that wild card, but he is now 56 seconds off the leaderboard.
Yeah, and I think Moses, he does have him covered now, and then maybe those other guys up there too. Canola and Mansky perhaps, but that was a longer stop. I did not expect him to give up that much ground, Joe LaCour, on that stop. So I think the extra fuel in this case did cost him those seconds he needed.
Look at his last lap. Looks like he's getting quick here. 21.8 last time by for Canola. Moses 22.4. Moses very consistent last 3 laps. 22.42, 22.42, 22.45. So can't get much more consistent than that. Taylor in 4th, 5th, Houston and Miller running 6th and 7th.
I mean,
Taylor,
we might not want to get we might not want to get totally crazy here or anything, but Canola and Lemansky, they're sitting 4th in team points at the moment, and with the Roddy Burns Racing going out, these guys could be pretty content just with 2nd and 3rd even too. point. They might want to start thinking about maybe not even trying to finish all that hard.
Canola's dropped off yet again, so Taylor coming out of the pit lane. Comes out ahead of Canola, but Taylor going to be a lap down here. So Adamson was in the running for the competition index, so that gets tossed out the window after his DNF here, and the only one right now who's completed every lap so far this season is Matt Taylor, and he's in the danger zone, Brad. He's already a lap down, but he should get that lap back once his teammate comes in from pit.
Yeah, you'd think so, but danger zone is right. It doesn't take too much more of a mistake as we've seen around this place to find yourself a lap down. Look at the Parson. He's 2 laps down there in the first lap, basically, and it still has not been able to recover from that.
So Chris Moses into the pit lane. John Houston up ahead of him in the pits. Canola into the pits. Oh, yeah, looks like Moses coming a lot quicker. Lamancy's going to stay out. Lamancy's going to take over the lead.
Well, that's a nice feather in the cap if you're Kevin Lomansky.
Houston away.
Take that.
Moses is away. And Canola still in his box. Wow, losing a bunch of time here. So Canola is off. Losing even more time now for Moses. Moses just got these pit stops nailed. Canola lost a couple seconds here yet again at that stop. Taylor has gotten his lap back, but he's pretty close to losing it.
Yeah, Lomansky, of course, will have to come in as well, so that'll give Taylor, some 20 seconds to play with over teammate Moses when everything cycles back through.
So Lomansky in the pits, he's got 20 seconds up over Moses. 30 over his teammate. This is making his way down the back straight now, so he should take over the lead yet again. Joe LaCour, meanwhile, in 4th. Nola came out just ahead of him, so Nola's got him covered. Lomansky still in his box. It's going to be close between Lomansky and Joe LaCour. I'd take that back. Joe LaCour is just heading down the back straight now. So
I think we got a little fooled by the open lap fracas and Joe LaCour's pace. I think that otherwise had it been clean, Joe LaCour would have been further back. So I think I got caught out a little bit. His pace wasn't actually all that good. It's just his position was very good, right? Because he had picked up all those spots. So the pace on the mediums, apparently, the one stop, obviously it's, hey, 4th place, nothing wrong with that, but to contend for the win, and then the relative pace of the guys on the 2 stop, not quite there yet.
I should mention, just as we focus on Lomansky, he takes it off into the grass, but he's away. He hasn't lost any positions, but allowed Ian to close up a little bit on him. But next week we're going to be at Riverside, around 7, a track built by Kevin Lomansky from scratch. Very beautiful track. So
excellent.
Early favorite for that one is Kevin Lomansky, but we'll be carrying a little bit of weight here if things finish the way they are right now. Okay, Okay, so that gap between Canola and Moses was 10 seconds. It's dropped down to 8. Should Canola close that gap, no doubt Moses has plenty of turbo left to try and defend Canola here late in this race. Should things close up?
You would think so, but look, if you're Thiago Canola right now, you're probably just praying that you don't have more, controller issues, right? maybe job one if you're Thiago Canola is to see the checkered flag.
21.7 last time by for Thiago. The gap is now under 7 seconds.
Strangely on pace. I mean, right out of the gate, well and truly into the 21s for Thiago Canola. He didn't manage 21 until like 10 laps after his first stop. So, I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on here, Brad. This is Thiago's. We talked about him early in the season, coming back, running full-time here. Did win a championship or two and back a few years back. Although Thiago's very quick, and he's starting to show the pace now, and starting to be a threat here on Monday nights. Someone to watch out for.
Yeah, well that is, I believe, the best lap of the race. He just turned. They're at a 21-2, so... No. His best lap, yes. Parsons has fast lap of the race at 120.4. I don't know where he got that from. I haven't talked about Parsons too much, but he is running in 12 here. Recipient of some serious damage. Took him in for service. Lost 2 laps, but running in 12 at the moment. 2 laps down. Yeah, and by the looks of it, he actually has a shot at Rascal there in 11th before too long, and shoot,
Greg
Myers not too much farther to go.
If he can squeak out a top 10 here, that would be a phenomenal performance for him.
It really would be.
Gap now 5 seconds, under 5 seconds, Canola to Moses. So things starting to heat up here. Lemansky now 13 seconds off the leader, so Canola is flying. Last time by, let's see, 21.7, 21.2, 21.6. To Moses, 23 flat his last time by. Moses, number of laps in the 23s.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right that Moses does have a little there in the bank. Sometimes, if you back out, you're kind of zoned out, you're just driving at a particular pace. It can be tough sometimes to knock it back into gear, right? So I think if Thiago does knock out a couple more seconds here, Moses will have to respond, and the pressure could go up on him.
Nice run here from Watson at his first top 10 last week. He is running in 6 on the lead lap. 4 seconds off of Matt Taylor, actually. He's actually closing up on Taylor here late in this one. On the mediums, Taylor on the softs. Watson running a one-stop strategy like Joel Accord. This is a battle to watch here at the end, Brad. Watson can keep it mistake-free here.
Holy crap, you're absolutely right. Now running into the mid-22s? What?
Yeah, 22.4 is last time by is his best lap.
I mean, okay, so the guy DNFs 4 straight races, right? That just shows up the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, had a string of DNFs here, but last week finished 10th. And that's a chance at a top 5 here tonight as he makes his way around Ryan Robbins. Oh, got a little squirrely on the brakes there. Gonna give up some time, but looks like that was wheel-to-wheel contact. It shouldn't be too bad for either one of those guys. I don't see any signs of damage on Robbins.
9 laps to go, gap 4.5 seconds, and I think Moses is going to have to start thinking about responding here. Canola's stuck in 4th.
There it
John
is.
Canola's stuck in 4th.
Looks like he's got it figured out here again. So it looks like that's his issue. Looks like he's having issues yet again with his controller. Gap now back up to 7 seconds. That's a shame. So if you think about it, Canola, that early pace, he probably could have had a shot at this. Well, he still does, but I mean.
Yeah, no, there's no touch. Houston's car actually looks pretty clean.
Yeah, second stop, got it fixed. And what a surprise. Oh, Miller with a bobble. Gives that position up to Houston.
It is Parsons. Not too far off of Tommy Traskell here.
Traskell. So some wear and tear on that Lotus. They may have to black flag him here. That wings looks like it's about to fly off at any moment. Yeah, so there's Parsons making his way past Traskell. And Parsons up to 11th. With Myers. Bit of distance, quite a bit of distance between Myers and Parsons. So I don't think Parsons is going to have a shot here. Greg. Unless Greg has a real issue.
Well, it's about 2 seconds a lap. Parsons is gaining here. Laps to go. It's, it's a lot of seconds.
Peter Burke and Ryan Robbins, these guys fighting for 14th, pretty close here. Robbins holding firm here at the 14th position. Peter Burke. Surprised to see him back there in 15th. A couple laps off, so I think Burke had some had an incident early on here that caused him to pit early, if I recall correctly, as Houston sets his personal best lap of the race in 21.7. Moses now trying to make his way past some lap traffic here. Makes it, he gets by, but these guys have their own fight going on here. Moses manages his way through. That was a little dicey there for Moses. That allowed Peter Burke to get past Robbins, if I'm not mistaken. I think Robbins was ahead of him.
Yeah.
Gap now back down to 5 seconds, Brad. Canola and Moses, 6 laps to go. Canola's going to have to figure out a way to pass these guys momentarily. Whoa, Houston and Miller. Miller swinging out wide to get past Houston down the straight. The advantage. Miller into the chicane.
A little more turbo left. Yeah, John Houston, he lost it at the hairpin, came almost to a dead stop to save the car, and that allowed Miller to get that big run.
Miller sets his best lap of the race, 22.3. Having a great run in 7th. goes that way, hasn't it?
Yeah, and you know, if you're Houston, you spent most of the race with damage, you know, and getting knocked around, and after getting the pole, and you're thinking, oh God, how am I going to salvage a result here? But he's got 2 positions right in front of him, right there for the take.
Miller trying to defend. Now Miller gives up that spot. Great fight here between these 2 guys. So it looks like clear. Oh, nope, not clear track. He still has to try and make his way past Peter Burke and Robbins. It looks like it's just Peter Burke.
Wow, what a crazy race. It is now John Watson trying to
Just pick that up, yep.
trying to nip Taylor for that 5th spot.
You know Watson's chomping at the bit here to get around Matt Taylor. Taylor sits his best lap of the race. So does Watson. So both these guys flying 22 flat for Watson. Taylor 22.3, his personal best.
Boost pressure's going up there on the turbos. These guys both on it, I suspect, but Taylor carrying all that weight.
Houston and Miller, looks like they had a moment there. Houston off track. Miller's gotten past John Houston for 8th. At the tail end of that. Very nice through the chicane there by Watson. That would be going into 1. Oh, Watson nearly throws it off.
That 21.8 there, if you're John Watson, that's nothing to sneeze at. That is a hell of a lap.
Canola to Moses now 4.3 seconds with 2 to go. There's enough laps here for Canola to close up on Moses. This guy's just fighting for grip here. Both those cars lurching on exit there out of the chicane, out of the hairpin.
Been pretty riveted into this battle. I think you're right. Cal Canola looks like he's having some second, but again, I think if you're Cal Canola, you're back there.
Nice. Great job. Ooh, Taylor with a big be Watton's opportunity coming up. Gap now 3 seconds, Brad. Canola to Moses.
Yeah, it's gonna take a mistake by Lotus in front here.
Some lap traffic up ahead for Taylor.
I mean, for all we know,
Watton. A little too aggressive there on throttle. Car got away from him. Ooh, we got David Zahn turned around there on the main straight, but second time we've seen him facing the wrong way. Canola sees Moses in his sights here. 3 second gap, now under 3 seconds. Check in with this Taylor Watton battle. Taylor's still holding firm here to 5th. This Watton's really going for it. It's the final lap of the race. Chris Moses leading. Tiago Canola by 3 seconds here in the winding in this final lap. And I don't think, barring any mistake here for Moses, I think it's all him here tonight. Valiant effort from Canola. With some traffic up ahead.
Curtis Chandler should not be a problem. Curtis, pretty heads up driver.
Has to navigate this final chicane. There you have it. Chris Moses is going to take the win here at Montreal.
Watton out of gas. Watton's out of gas.
Canola's going to finish second. Lemansky here going to take third. Great run for both Canola and Lemansky. Oh yeah, Lemansky's loving that. Joe LaCour didn't finish too far off of Lemansky. We'll take fourth. Matt Taylor is going to finish here in 5th. Watton. Yeah, out of gas. Taylor's going to be the last car in the lead lap here. But Watton's going to end in 9th, I believe. Actually, he's probably going to be the first car outside the lead lap. He's started in front of this. That's what he went on the field. So Taylor's going to take 5th here. Nice run by Taylor. Hanging on to the lead in the competition index there. Barely. Moses. Big win here tonight. Let's see if we can bring him in and have a win with him. Moses, do you copy?
Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Congratulations, Moses. Big win here tonight. Gotta say, that was not what you were expecting there, going into into turn 1 and exiting turn 2 in the lead. Good fight there with Tiago, but we noticed Tiago continued to have some controller issues. Lemansky kept you honest there for a little bit, but Tiago figured some stuff out, or got his stuff straightened out there late in the race, put a little pressure on you there at the end, but pretty comfortable finish for you. 3 seconds up there for the win.
Oh, it was tough, man. I'm totally shocked. I know I should have won that race. I don't know how I did, but it's basically winning the race with the slowest car. So it's a huge bonus, and bad luck for the guys up front, and it worked out for me where I ended up in the lead, and I thought it was just a matter of time before I'd have to give up the lead, but they every time guys started catching me, and then they'd drop back. So they catch me and drop back, so they'd having issues, and I just try to stay as consistent as I could, and even though it's just like very jittery the first stint, I was like, how am I leading this race? So extremely happy. I had a goal of coming in 5th tonight, and taking the win was like stealing the loot.
Yeah, I don't have any questions or even really comments for you. It's just strange how it works out that way sometimes, but still, even when you get in that position, you still have to finish it off, right? So the game plan has to change. Well, okay, how do I manage my gap, and I'm out front, and if I have to give up the lead, I have to do it, but you still have to get around the track. And but so were there any moments out there where you had any close calls?
Just not really. I mean, a couple times with lap traffic, it was a little close, and had a tap once there towards the end, but most of that was really good. Being out front was great. I went through cycles where I tried to push the car a little bit, and where I didn't take any chances, and I basically narrowed up all my lines throughout the race just to be safe, and didn't touch any walls or anything. So, it was a pretty clean race overall.
Yeah, it was a pretty phenomenal run there. Certainly, I know you weren't expected to win that one with 45 kilograms, but well, tack on another 20, 65 for Riverside next week. I mean, that's a ton of weight, man. I don't know. Me personally, don't have much experience at that Riverside track. I know you ran there a little bit, but certainly going to have your work cut out for you there to have a good finish there.
Yeah, word is there's a heat wave about to hit California with some smog, so it'll be an interesting condition. So, yeah, I think I just maxed out at 60, which is still way too much. It's an incredible amount of weight, and I don't know. It's just gonna be damage control next week, to be honest with you. And I thought tonight was kind of damage control, but I lucked out with everyone having their problems. So, shooting for 7th next week, just to lose max weight and get max points. But yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Canada and Italian tracks and Canadian tracks are just good to me. I was about to sing the old Canada song again, but I'm so humbled by winning this. It's like I didn't deserve it. So I'm just tickled pink. I don't know what to say.
Hey, you take what you can get, and tonight you got the win. So great job, congratulations, and good luck next week at Riverside.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Chris Moses, big winner here at Montreal. Pretty shocking result considering all the weight he was carrying, but nonetheless, he pulled it out, and it was a great run for him, and also a phenomenal run from Tiago and Kevin Lemansky's finishing 2nd and 3rd. So we're going to be back on Thursday night for the feature race for GT at Spa. Jake and Jack will have the broadcast for that one starting at 9, and then next week at Riverside for round number 7, 9 o'clock Eastern next Monday. So until then, thanks, Brad, and thanks everybody who tuned in. Have a good night.